Alright, welcome to the Aylesham gym. So when you sign up for gym membership here, you sign up upstairs in reception, and this is where we kind of go through, take through all the details, the membership rate, the classes that we do. What we also do here is it's going to be mostly an unmanned gym. So in terms of getting in and out, you have one of these. So once you come in and sign up, set you up in the system, get your card, and this is going to be access to your door downstairs and through the tank door. Now guys, once you've got your sign up upstairs, what I do is I take you downstairs and take you into the gym. So what we do, once you've got your card set up, little E-lock over here, tap it on the side. If it goes green and you can't get through the door, then what's happened is your membership needs renewing, so just put yourself back upstairs. Otherwise, if you're through, you're good to go, and then we take you into the gym. So once you've got through, into the actual gym, you've got a turnstile here. So again, this is an access point. So card, inside, walking through, and then straight into the gym. A couple health and safety things to consider when you're in the gym. So it's an unmanned gym, so there aren't gym instructors on site. If anything were to happen and you need assistance, make sure you've got your mobile on you if you're training alone, or you've got these alarms around the gym. So little SOS alarms, pop the button, staff upstairs come running down, and help you out whatever you may need. And in the event of a fire alarm, fire exit across here, so straight through the door, outside the field, and just wait for member staff to come and coordinate the evacuation. Right, so we're doing the induction. I'll start taking you through each of the piece of equipment. So we've got leg press over here. This is obviously predominantly lower body, so quads, hamstrings, glutes, thighs. So pop yourself on the machine. Quite a few moving parts in this one. So you've got the adjustable seat. So we're all different range of motion, different flexibility. So if you're maybe perhaps slightly taller, you might find you need 6 self-clap and kind of have a bit more leeway between. If you're slightly shorter, you go all the way down. What we've got over here as well is we've got the adjustable weights. So see, you kind of pop a weight, accustomed to you, which you're capable of doing. So if I'm going to pop it in just for today, pop in to 45, and we have the fractional increase over here. So if you want to go from 45 to 55, you might not be there just yet. Pop this on, you can add a 7.5, you can add a 5 or a 2. So you can make it heavier without doing the big jumps. So in terms of how to use this machine, at all times you want to brace yourself against these handles, keep yourself nice and upright. So pop your legs onto the platform ahead, hold onto these handles, look forward, big breath in, and then push away. Try to avoid locking out your knees, because if we do this, it's just running a high risk of injury. So from here, slowly down, just for the legs touch. So when you are training, you want to avoid slamming weights. So if we kind of pop down each time, go down this hard and this fast, then we lose time on tension on the muscles and get less out of training. Again, we've got something called range of motion. So like I said earlier about the seat, you want full range of motion. The further you move, the better you go. So you might find you need to reduce the weight. A common mistake I see on this is people pop the seat back, perhaps a little bit too far. They stick on far too much weight and they move it. Very small range of motion, which obviously you get some sort of kind of benefit from it, but you get a lot more in your training. You go full range of motion, work on time under tension, and go for a weight that's suitable for you. Alright, so next up, another leg machine, seated leg extension. So this one, normally for the quads. So pop yourself in, again, lots of moving parts on these leg machines, mostly down to comfort, again, trying to get more kind of range of motion out of your training. So the weights work exactly the same on every single machine. So pull the pin out, choose a weight suitable for you. Again, the fractional increases. On here, a few moving parts. You can move the backrest, so you've got a little lever here, pull it out, so I step forward and back. And then here, we've got 2 moving parts here, which again, just for comfort. So again, talking about range of motion, I want this as far under the seat I can, so I can get more range of motion, more out of the exercise. So that's just a push button here, choose your setting, wait till it click in, and then adjust. So I'm going to pop this down to number 12 for me. And then this here, again, is the support. So this machine, I'll just show you the exercise. Just pushing our legs forward, holding, and slowly going back down. We don't want this on our feet. So if you find you've got this all the way down here and it's on the end of your toes, you're just going to cause unnecessary strain on your feet, on your ankle joint. So pop this up, get it into position so it's kind of mid-shin. Again, lean yourself back, hold onto these handles, nice and slow, extend, little pause at the top, slowly back down. Again, ideally, most people in the gym are training for general toning shape, so go for sets of 10 and just kind of, again, take your time with it. Again, more or less the opposite of the quad extension is the seated leg curl. So working in front of your legs and your quads, now we're working on the hamstrings, partially the glutes and posterior chain that goes into the lower back. So pop yourself in here. Again, lots of moving parts, can look quite confusing. Weights work exactly the same. Let's skim over those. You've got the adjustable seat once more. And from here, we're pulling this under the seat. So this lever here, so we start legs on the pad. This is a brace against our knees. So if we adjust the height, it's comfortable for us. Pop this down onto the knees. And then for me, that's a little bit far away. So what I want to do, adjust this seat rest first. Easier when you stand up for this one. So pull this lever, pop it forward, because I'm not 7 foot. Pop it in here, legs up. Adjust this again onto the top of my knees. This lever here has another one out the way right here, and what we've got, pop this down to large. Nice and upright, putting this under the seat, working the hamstrings and the calves and the lower back, and then slowly up, slowly down. So again, hold on to the handles to support and take your time with the movement. Alright, moving on to upper body. So we've got a seated shoulder press here. Again, very similar to all the machines, we adjust the weight down here. Some of the upper body machines work slightly different, there are a few more moving parts. So the seat's adjustable, pop this up, when you've got level and systems, you know where you are. Ideally with a shoulder press, it's quite a simple movement, we're literally just pushing our arms up. The seat's quite an important part of this because you want to make sure you're not starting from compromised position. So for example, I've got this quite high right now. If I start my shoulder press from here, that's very low, so I've got a lot of strain on my shoulders and my rotator cuff and probably cause injury. So I'm going to pop myself right now, get into a more comfortable position for me and my body type. Hold on to the handles, different grips, kind of train different parts of your shoulders. So again, if you're ever interested in this, talk to an instructor, talk to a PT, and they give you a bit more details on kind of how to use machines in a bit more of an advanced way. But full here, hold on to the handles, brace into the seat, push up nice and slowly. And again, using that time under tension, not going too quick, not going too slow, and trying to avoid slamming the weights. Seated chest press. So very similar to shoulders, rather than working your delts, chest, this is more predominantly across the chest. Again, a little bit shoulder, a little bit tricep activation. So very similar, adjustable seat, same sort of kind of cues as the last one. Make sure it's correct height, so you kind of lower down your chest. If you're too high, you're going to pull on your shoulders. If you're too low, again, it's going to pull kind of in the wrong position. So mid-height, on kind of the centre of your chest. Pop yourself in, adjust the weight that's suitable for you. What I will say this machine is slightly different. Is again, we're all different sizes, all different flexibilities. For me, this is a little bit uncomfortable for me to get into. So we've got this little lever here to adjust the position of the handles. Pop myself in, again, I'm a bit more comfortable in this position, and press nice and slowly, extend, slowly down, and form set 10. Again, another upper body machine, fly. So again, working across the chest, shoulders, all those pushing movements, upper body. A couple more moving parts, seat remains the same, adjust it to the height that's comfortable for you. We've got the handles are adjustable as well. So this machine, if I show you kind of, it's already set up for myself. Pop myself in, adjust the weight, brace against the seat, and closing hand to hand, palm to palm, and slowly bringing it out, slowly bringing it in, and taking control on each aspect. So what you can do, we're all different sizes again. If that's perhaps too wide for you to go, you can bring it in further, make sure the numbers marry up. So 4 over here, and 4 over here. I can adjust the exercise, adjust the range of motion, and perform the same movement, but just slightly shorter distance. One more piece of resistance machine equipment that we have is the abdominal crunch. So essentially it's a weighted sit-up. So you pop yourself on the seat. Again, the seat's adjustable. Change the weight to what's comfortable for you. Pop your elbows on these pads, hold onto these handles, and then nice slowly control, ab crunch forward, slowly down. Again, try not to extend too much because you might pull your lower back. And you should feel this one on your upper abs. One thing to mention on all the equipment, again, it's quite common throughout any gym you train at, is wiping down equipment and keeping things nice and clean when you're done. So we've got blue roll provided on the sides, D10 spray, to spray down the touch points, handles, pads, seats, and just wipe down when you're done, just so other gym users don't have to go into a messy machine. So last of the resistance machines is the dual pulley. So you get these in lots of gyms, quite a common piece of kit, but also very effective. Lots of different muscle groups you can train with. Essentially you can train full body. In terms of basics, moving parts again, we can adjust the height of these for various different exercises. So pull this pin out, take it down either to the bottom, make sure it clicks in, or all the way to the top. Again, they're all numbered, so make sure you're on the same height together. So for example, I'm not on the same height. Pop that up. Numerous different attachments. So we've got cable attachments for flies, for the rope, which is quite common for arms, but you can also use them for legs. and various different things. Again, weights adjustable, similar to everywhere else. So if I pop this in, same weight on either side, I could do a full kind of cable fly exercise. If I show you an example, so if we start with an arm exercise, got the rope, pop this into the clip up here, making sure it's in securely. Make sure this is properly in, because say you have this halfway down, you might find you pull the extra attachment down. Then from here, so this exercise is for the tricep, back of your arm. Grab this rope, a couple ways you can do this, but for this example, I'm going to be quite upright. Down to the side, and then down and out, nice and slowly, training the back of my arms. Common mistake I see on this one is a lot of people use a lot of momentum, and see a lot of movement in the arms. So again, when you're doing a specific exercise in any of these, it's good to understand what the exercise is and what you're trying to achieve. So for example, I know this is a tricep exercise. From here, I should be feeling it in the back of my arms. A couple more things to this machine. We've also got pull-up stations up here, and slightly different, like dip station here. So pull-ups, nice simple exercise, lots of different grips. It's quite a difficult exercise for people to do, because obviously you're moving your own body weight. You can't take that body weight away, so there are ways around this. So for example, a full body weight pull-up, nice and slowly up, nice and slowly down. For a lot of people, that can be quite tough. So we take away some of our body weight and add resistance bands. So if you take one of these from the side, pop it up to the top, do a little knock through. What we're essentially doing now is these are rated to a certain amount of kilos. So this blue one tends to be about 30. Pop this under my knee, and from here I can form the pull-up with an assisted band and take off a good portion of my body weight and work towards that exercise. There are lots of different techniques as well in terms of working towards advanced kind of training methods to work towards these exercises, and that's where you can come and talk to your PTs and they can help you beyond this. And then the last one is the seated dip, or the upright dip, which again is quite a difficult exercise. You pop yourself up here, suspend your body weight, nice and slowly down, nice and slowly up, avoiding going too far beyond that 90 degrees, because again, pulls on the shoulder becomes quite uncomfortable. So, come with the resistance machines, we're going to move on to the free weights now. So, we've got quite a lot of kit in here. We've got dumbbells from 1 kilo going all the way up to 50. So again, lots of variety of weights, lots of progression, lots of kind of means of getting stronger. And in addition to the dumbbells, we have more of the functional kit as well. So you have the kettlebells over here, variety of different weights, extra mats underneath, ab wheel, and then more functional space. So obviously there's a vast area in the weights area. You can take these dumbbells, pop them over here, and perform exercises out of the way, find yourself your own space. So in the weights area now, going through the dumbbells, going through the weights, we've got the actual kind of frames here. So we've got a squat rack over here, and bench press here. So squat rack, quite a common piece of kit in the gym. A couple points I want to mention in terms of safety. We've got these safety bars here. So if you were to perform a squat, bar on the back, and we're unable to come back up, you've got this to catch weight and kind of keep you going. Again, make sure when you are squatting, put the clips on the end. See it far too many times, one weight starts to go, and then when one slides, they're all gone. Variety of weights as well. So in terms of plates, we've got plates ranging from 2.5 or 1.25 all the way up to 25 kilo plates. Probably about good 200-300 kilos worth of plates in the gym. All the bars.
Yep.
So again, the bars are stored over here. So we've got 3 Olympic bars, 20 kilos apiece. Easy bar, 10 kilo, nice kind of shorter bar for performing a lot of arm exercises. Takes a lot of strain off joints. And then over here, a bit of a niche hammer curl bar. Again, a very specific arm exercise. The last piece of kit in here is the bench press rack. So again, bars over here, pop on, different heights, different sizes. Bench just slide in and out, we've got lots of different benches. We've got kind of the more adjustable one over here, or the black one over there. Slide them in and get yourself nice and comfortable. What we will say again for safety, make sure we're using clips, and if you are going for a weight which is perhaps a little bit challenging, ask for a spot. Lots of people in the gym, they're all very kind of, it's a nice community gym. Lots of people are very friendly and talk to each other, so feel free to ask someone for some guidance and try not to go for a weight that's too heavy on your own, just in case. So, on to cardio now. We've got over here, quite a common piece of kit you see in most gyms, is the seated row. So concept rower, you see these all over. Points of kind of adjustment before we jump in. So you can adjust your leg rest and your feet size. So again, different size feet. If you're particularly small feet, you might want this higher up. If you want to make sure they're nice and comfortable, pop in a little bit lower. Make sure they're even across. And again, belt buckle, nice and tight to your feet. I'll show you that more once I actually jump in. Again, adjustable is the resistance on here. So it goes from 1 being the lightest to 10 being the heaviest. If you were, say, an Olympic rower, and you're into your own and you're trying to kind of mimic the resistance of water, we set between 7 and 8 is kind of that water resistance. Otherwise, pop yourself on 10, go for it, and then the panel over here. So, and then we have the panel over here. So the panel turns on by either starting to row or hitting the menu button here. Lots of different settings. Mostly you use just row. So pop this on and you've got all these different displays. So you can show lots of different kind of settings to go you through your training, different units, so calories per hour, calories burnt, time at the top. Change units again, changes it to meter, your pacing. So X amount of time takes you to do 500 meters and so on. So you can play through these, lots of different settings, lots of different things to do.
Yep.
Cool. And in terms of actually using the rower, pop yourself on the seat. First things first, we want to adjust your feet positioning. So loosen these ruffles here, just get yourself in, slide your feet in, and then tighten the nice and tight. So a big part of the rower comes from the legs, that's putting yourself forward and back. Grab the handle. So common mistakes I see on the rower is that we don't coordinate our arms and legs. So you see a lot of people push the legs first and then their arms will follow after. This isn't the most optimal way of training with rowing and can cause to minor injury in your back. So what we want to do, coordinate the arms and legs to move together. So as I slide in, and do this very slowly, nice long reach, drive through the legs, pull it into the stomach. Again, same again. And when you add a bit of pace to it, you'll find you get a lot more out of the rower and the belt starts to speed up and you start going into your cardio. Another piece of cardio is the ski machine. So you don't see these in gyms too much. These are essentially winter skiing, just kind of mimicking that sort of winter sport. So again, works exactly the same as our concept rowers. So we've got the adjustable resistance down here, 1 to 10. Panels exactly the same, works the same. Hit menu, just ski, goes on, same sort of displays. Technique on this one is good full body exercise. So grab these handles, pop yourself to the edge, make sure your feet are in line, and then full body, arms and legs at the same time, driving that weight down, and again, off you go. Nice full body cardio. So again, more the common cardio in the gym is treadmill. So before jumping on, make sure the belt's not moving, pop yourself on, and again, on here, we've got lots of kind of different settings in terms of safety. So treadmill, you can either walk or run. For safety, pop this clip on here. So if you are unfortunate enough to kind of slip and fall off, as you come backwards, we've got a kill switch here, kills the belt, stops the belt running if you were to kind of fall off the treadmill. So once you get onto the treadmill, we've got lots of different settings here. So for most people, we're just going to hit quick start and the belt's going to start to move. So it starts very slowly, be aware that it's a moving machine. So we're about to start moving, nice and slowly. So now onto a slow walk. We've got lots of different settings here. We've got incline, which changes this to a slight incline uphill. So it goes up to 15%, so it's adjustable on the screen or adjustable on the panel. This is a very good form of cardio as well as running because you can do an incline walk, which is very taxing, burns a lot of calories. And then on the other side, we've got speed. So again, speed is adjustable on the panel in front of you or adjustable on the screen. And you've got a couple of shortcuts. Because say you want to run at 9 kilometers per hour, it's quite slow to get up to that speed. You pop run, press OK. Again, come straight up to speed, starts running. So if I take that back down, press OK, slows down, takes us back down to a walking pace. In terms of settings on this machine, things that you need to consider is that we've got your distance up top, we've got these little heart rate sensors here. So again, if I were to hold on to this for a sustained period of time, so determine my heart rate, work against heart rate percentages. Again, it's quite a common one that trainers use, so we might say train to 80% of your maximal heart rate. And it's quite a nice way to kind of check your pace, see how you're getting on. So, for example, your maximum heart rate tends to be 220, less your age. So if you're 20 years old, your maximum heart rate is 20%. I tell you to go for 8% of your heart rate. This will help calculate that and take you to the heart rate that you want. Once you're done, hit this stop button here. The belt's going to slowly come to a stop. And then as soon as you press stop, you get a little workout summary. So on here, time spent on the treadmill, distance climbed, if you were doing an incline, average speed, average pace. So you take this away, make a note, and then you can use that to track your progress. So last cardio, you've got the cross trainers. So what we want to do, lots of moving parts again. This one tends to be a little bit easier in the treadmill to get on, but what I will mention, lots of different moving parts. You don't want to hold onto this handle and the leg rest at the same time, because you tend to slip. So non-moving parts in the middle. I'm going to grab onto this here, pop myself on, get myself nice and comfortable, into position here. And in terms of technique on a cross trainer, again, full body cardio. So arms and legs move at the same time, and again, just nice forward motion, swinging nice and slow, taking your time. Again, as you progress, you might want to go a bit faster, adjust the resistance on here. So once we hit quick start, we can jump straight in and again, start the cross trainer. Rather than speed on the treadmills, we've got resistance to make this harder. So it's adjustable on the handle here, or on the screen again over here. And what this does, puts a little bit of extra weight into the handles, so then you get a bit more on the quads, on the hands. So a couple of ways you can use this machine is, you can use full body, arms, legs at the same time, or if you want to focus a little bit more on just kind of cardiovascular health, and your legs, hold on to the non-moving parts, and just use your legs. And then again, similar to the other machines, press pause when you're done, end workout, and I give you a little workout sign. And then again, when we leave the gym, just this little button here. So press the exit release, your lock opens, straight through, off on your way.